What's up, YouTube? Israel back on another quick video. Back again with my boy, Brandon. What's going on, brother?
Not much, man. Just hanging out.
Yeah.
Trying to stay cool.
Go to a TCU game this afternoon. So happy college football Saturday. Go Frogs. We're going to do a, maybe quick, because we got to leave soon, but we're going to try to get to this video as fast as possible. But it's a video that a fragrance that everyone's been talking about. And I'm not a big fan of this line, to be honest with you. I just got it because everyone's talking about it, and I figured you guys want to hear about what I think about it, and definitely Brandon, because Brandon, you've been wanting to try this one too.
Not a fan of this line either, though. So.
Yeah, so very.
We'll see.
Yeah, so from the house of Christian Dior, we have Sauvage Elixir, which is the newest, I guess, flanker from the Sauvage line to come out. Yep. And so this is the one everyone's been talking about. I'm not really sure if this is a Eau de Parfum, does it say on here? Eau de Parfum?
I think I saw that it's Eau de Parfum, but it should be, if it's Elixir, it technically should be
Extrait?
Extrait.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. So yeah, Brandon's going to read you guys the information on the fragrance and the notes.
All right, guys, so for Sauvage Elixir, was released in 2021 this year. Aromatic fragrance for men. Nose behind this one is Francois DEMACHY, Dior's in-house perfumer, so he does all their stuff. Top notes: cinnamon, nutmeg, cardamom, and grapefruit. Middle, lavender. That's it. Base notes: licorice, sandalwood, amber, patchouli, and Haitian vetiver.
Wow. Well, I gotta be honest with you, it sounds really good.
It sounds much different than the rest of the line.
Yeah, and I've been hearing people talk about this when they do say it has like that loud ambroxan note, but there's no ambroxan in it.
Yeah,
so
I didn't see that there.
That's I mean, if anything, I'm gonna end up liking this one out of all of them. I'm guessing by some of those notes.
Hopefully.
I love nutmeg in fragrances. So here's the presentation real quick. Show you guys the box. There's like some little lines going around the box here. It does say CD for Christian Dior on top. Opens from the top like this. Nice little cutout. There's the Dior B. I'm guessing that's the B that it's like their new thing, right? They put in all their new fragrances.
Fly. I think it's a fly.
Fly. And then here is the bottle, which is like half the size. This is a 60 milliliter. I don't remember how much I paid for this one. I think it was like
too much.
Yeah, 160. I think 60 milliliter.
I think they're like 140, 160, something like that.
I'm guessing it's gonna be a magnetic cap, but this is the Dior, like their staple kind of bottle.
Yeah.
The Privé bottles come, or what do they call the private line?
Yeah.
They come like that. They're a little bit taller
Privé,
like this. So, but yeah, so good looking bottle though. I do like the little half size. I love the magnetic cap. Has a nice grip lines in here, and very plain and straight to the point, which I always like.
Is it black or navy?
It looks like it's, I don't know. It's navy. Yeah, okay. It's almost like the Chanel blue Chanel kind of glass. Okay. But yeah, so looking forward to trying this fragrance. Do you have any expectations with this one?
No, I haven't watched any reviews or read any reviews, so I have no expectations going in.
All right, so let's give this fragrance a first impression. As always, I'm going to give Brandon the honors of taking the first spray. He does have a test strip here, and I'm going to spray my hand, even though I'm wearing a fragrance today. We'll see if it clashes with it or not. Big old sprays.
It's got the nice misting spray.
Okay.
Wow, this is way different than what I was expecting.
I'm getting like almost like a chocolate coffee type of thing on the top.
I smell the nutmeg for sure.
Yeah. Is that what that is? Because it's like it's almost
cinnamon. It's cinnamon, cardamom, and nutmeg all on the top.
Wow.
This is way different than the regular Sauvage.
Yeah, this is I'm getting the ambroxan thing, but they definitely use other notes to achieve that.
Yeah. Because
I'm not getting like. It almost smells like a powdery. Spicy. Yeah, like a spicy, powdery. Almost like dry coffee, even though there's no coffee in this. It's not like exclusively a coffee smell, but the molecules are making me think that. It's probably, like you said, the nutmeg.
This comes off as older to me.
Yeah.
Sauvage is very, young, teenager, bright. This is not that at all. This kind of has like somewhat of a dated smell.
I'm getting the citrus notes. This isn't bad right now. It's
I think this is just based on the 30 seconds. This should have been its own fragrance. Shouldn't have been Sauvage.
Yeah.
Should have been something else.
I would wear this. It's almost a little gourmandy to my nose.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
It's like
cinnamon.
The cinnamon, the nutmeg, the citruses. The citruses are there. It's almost like it kind of has a nice little sweetness to it too, somehow.
licorice, maybe.
Yeah, licorice is nice
Amber.
in this. Oh, there's amber as well. Yeah.
Cinnamon, sandalwood.
This is not a bad fragrance.
Yeah, this is pretty good.
I think it does go away far enough from the original for it to either do its own thing. It sort of reminds me of something else too. I can't put my finger on it. It does smell a little bit familiar. I'm not sure what note it is.
It smells like an older designer fragrance that I've tried in the past.
Yeah. It's definitely spicy. It's like almost like a warm, spicy, smoky, sweet thing going. It's just like maybe...
Like, I don't think you can wear this in the summer at all.
No. This is probably going to be a fall fragrance. It almost smells a little bit with that cinnamon note. Fall. Like, definitely smells like the brown leaves.
Is it...
The cooler weather.
I might get roasted, but it kind of smells like Ferragamo Uomo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, remember we were talking about that has the... what's that note that it has in there? It does have coffee, I think, but it's also the tiramisu, right?
Yeah.
So... Yeah, it does have a little bit of that. Like I mentioned, it has a little bit of like a gourmand thing with this one. So, little surprised by this one, actually.
Very surprised. Yeah, very surprised.
It's not bad. I mean, I don't know if you Sauvage fans are going to like this one, though. I think that if you're expecting a double beast version of the original, I mean, who knows how this one's going to change in the air.
I never tried the other two. I only tried the original, so...
But yeah, I'm impressed with this one so far, just by the smell alone. I don't know how it's going to perform. And again, I'm not really sure why it doesn't say.
It doesn't have a sticker or anything on it.
Yeah, it says it's Parfum Concentré. Yeah, so whatever that means. But
Parfum, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, not a bad little fragrance here. Definitely, both of us are surprised at where it went and how it smells, and hopefully it goes in a good direction that way.
Yeah.
It might be the Sauvage I've been looking for, even though
maybe so.
I don't know if it's gonna smell like that DNA.
Yeah.
You know, part of me wishes I hadn't worn something today. That way you could tell me, but maybe another day I'll wear it and you can let me know. But yeah, right now it smells nice, so I'm gonna wear this fragrance. Not today. Scent of the day is Pocanero from Tiziano Terenzi, which I'll be putting that video out soon if it's not already out. But that's a good fragrance. But I'll wear this definitely tomorrow and a
few days
after that, and give you guys an update soon. Brandon, everything good with you?
Yep. Doing good, man.
All right,
doing
man.
Good.
That's awesome. All right, guys. So next video.
Off to the game.
Yep. Off to the game with some food, and go Frogs, and whoever you guys are rooting for this Saturday. But I'll give you guys an update shortly. All right, guys, just want to give you guys a quick update on the Sauvage Elixir from the House of Dior. Spent a little bit of time with this fragrance, probably about a week or so. And I got to say, out of the Sauvages, this is probably my favorite. This fragrance smells really, really good. Going back to the first half of the video without repeating too much. I know that I do that sometimes, trying to get away from doing that. But this one does have a fresh, spicy, warm, spicy, gourmand, sweet sort of thing going. Smells really, really nice. There's some grapefruit in this, but it almost smells like an apple, like a red apple fragrance, which kind of reminded me of a fragrance called Only the Brave Tattoo. If you guys have tried that one has red apple and a couple of other things, but that one's like warm, spicy, and resinous. I want to say that one has tobacco. This one sort of gave me that vibe as well. The grapefruit in this really, to my nose, does smell like red apple or apple. It's very sweet. But also it has a gourmand thing going, and Brandon said it reminded him of Ferragamo Uomo, which had that tiramisu note, had a bit of a coffee type of flavor to it. So this fragrance really did go down a few different avenues, and really checked off a lot of boxes of fragrances that I like. And the dry down, I did get something that was similar. Now, I know probably a lot of you guys haven't tried this fragrance out there, but it is called Amber Wood from the House of Ajmal. That one, the dry down of this one sort of reminded me of that. So that's what it reminded me of pretty much. But this fragrance did sort of stand out and did its own thing. It didn't really remind me a lot of the original Sauvage, which is a good thing. That one was more fresh, and I think that one even sort of leaned more towards like an Aventus type of vibe, or even towards like more of a Roja Elysium type of fragrance, but more Aventus. I smelled someone wearing the original Sauvage once, and it smelled like Aventus in the air to me. And I even asked if he was wearing Aventus, and he said he was wearing Sauvage. But anyway. So yeah, this fragrance definitely does its own thing, and if you're expecting to get, something that's more like the original, you might be wrong about that. Longevity for this fragrance was excellent. This is a Parfum Concentré, and I did get 8+ hours with this fragrance every time I wore it. I might even got a little nose blind to it because later on in the day when I thought I really couldn't smell it anymore, people were still telling me they could smell me walking through the room. That will lead into the projection category, but yeah, so this fragrance, the longevity is top notch. Projection for this fragrance was excellent as well. Like I mentioned previously, whenever I was walking through the office at work, people were telling me, hey, I can always smell you when you come into the office and you smell really great. What is that? So yeah, they could definitely smell this fragrance. People smell it out in the warehouse, and we have a big warehouse as well. So like I said before, I sort of grew nose blind to it and thought maybe it had died down, but no, that thing was still going. And I even was getting a little bit of projection the next day, and I guess I maybe failed to mention that in the longevity. I could smell it on my skin the next day as well. Even though I thought it was gone, it was still there pumping out. So it's really great in the longevity and the projection category. Seasons for this fragrance, well, Brandon and I did sort of talk about this in the first half of the video. We did mention this one probably best for the fall and winter, definitely the colder months of the year. This is a very strong fragrance. It's very warm, spicy, fresh, spicy, very deep, dark. Just very nice, very spicy. Definitely a fragrance you want to wear in the cooler months. Occasions for this fragrance is definitely going to be evening events. This is a very gentlemanly fragrance, very spicy fragrance. It does remind me of the evening time. It's very dark and spicy. So I can see myself wearing this one to evening events, even date night. I do think this fragrance is a little sexy. Suit and tie, dress down, just, yeah, pretty much anything at night. This is definitely strong enough for the club. Might be a bit much for work. Ages for this fragrance, I'm going to say are 30 and up. This is a grown man version of Sauvage. If you guys are expecting to get your Aventus or your super grapefruity, kind of fresh with that Ambroxan, you're not going to get that with this fragrance. This fragrance is very spicy and fresh spicy, warm spicy, even dark spicy. It's woody, it's sweet. That might be the only aspect of this fragrance that sort of gives it a bit of a youthful vibe, would be the sweetness of this fragrance. But other than that, to me, it's just a grown-up, more mature version of the original Sauvage, and I think this definitely be for that age range. It's also more expensive. You get, I think this is 60 mils, like $140, $160, something like that. A little bit more expensive as well. So, I don't think it's really changed in price that much. So 30 and up, I think would be a good age range for this fragrance. So overall, I do like this fragrance, and I will say that if you're going to pick any Sauvage and you're 40 like me, you might want to try this one first before you go over there, or at least, try this one, and you might want to sell your other bottles if this one sort of leans more in your direction. Now, like I mentioned in the first half of the video with Brandon, this does sort of do its own thing. He even said this could be in its own bottle and have its own name. I agree with that to an extent, because in the dry down, you do get that Sauvage sort of loud Ambroxan feel. They accomplished that using other notes, which is really cool. I love how perfumers can do that. But overall, you are getting a bit of a different experience. You do get that Sauvage sort of Ambroxan, that loudness in there in the dry down. But overall, I think this is a different, better take, more mature take on Sauvage, if you will. The cinnamon in this fragrance is fantastic. It's nice and spicy. Definitely gives the fall feel. The nutmeg makes it a bit gourmandy. The grapefruit, like I mentioned, is very, very present. To me, to my nose, it smells like it's apple, green apple. I'd say more red apple if you know what I'm saying. It's like red syrupy apple if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, so I definitely get an apple vibe for this fragrance, which again leans it more towards a fall fragrance in my eyes. I get a bit of that lavender. I don't really get a lot of the licorice, thank goodness. I do like some licorice in my fragrances. I don't really get it that much in this. It's definitely woody from the sandalwood. The amber makes it nice and deep and dark. Not a lot of patchouli, thank goodness. And the vetiver is toned down. So those are the notes in this fragrance, but the ones that I mentioned in the first part right here are the ones you're going to get the most. Guys, this is a good fragrance. Again, I think you should try this one. I did see a lot of people jumping ship with this fragrance, so everyone was super excited to get it, and they were splitting it, and then they were selling their partial bottles off immediately. So this isn't going to be for everybody, and a lot of these splitters are older gentlemen, and they just didn't like it for whatever reason. I didn't really read their comments, and I didn't ask. Again, this one isn't something I'm going to be reaching for daily. As Brandon says, it's a dumb, he calls it a dumb reach. I don't think I'd be definitely wearing this one all the time. This would be maybe every now and then, maybe once a week, maybe once every couple of weeks. This fragrance is very loud. It's very strong. Loud as in it might not offend people around you. Who knows? I don't know. I got positive feedback with this one. But, overall, I think this is a decent release from the Sauvage line. I'm not a fan of the line at all. I think there's three previous to this one. Wasn't a fan of any of them. I just can't stand that Embrox note, or if it's too in your face like that Embrox note. This one I think did a decent job. And this one is definitely a good, nice, cooler weather version of Sauvage, and I think you guys should try it. I don't blind buy this one by any means. This one's readily available. Nordstrom's, Macy's, Dillard's. Go out there and you know, find that at the store. Spray your hand, walk around for a couple of hours, and see if you like it. So you know, maybe you guys will get what I got. All right, guys, now it's your turn. What are your thoughts on Sauvage Elixir from the house of Christian Dior? Have you tried this fragrance? Let me know your thoughts on this fragrance down in the comments below. All right, thank you guys so much for watching our video on my channel. If you like this video, please click that like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications for future first impressions videos and fragrance-related content just like this. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Dollars and Cents. There, you'll find fragrance-related photos and future contest winners. And as always, till next video, you guys take care. Thanks.